Hey people, it is Friday, December the 17th, and the time is 8:25 in the evening, and the temperature is 1 degree Celsius. And I'm here at the corner of Bloor Street and Yonge Street. And I'm heading south down Yonge Street. And we just recently heard earlier this afternoon that Ontario will be entering some new restrictions due to this latest wave that's sweeping across the world. And tonight will be the last night before the restrictions come into effect, effective midnight Sunday, so basically late Saturday night. The restrictions will come into effect, which will reduce capacities at restaurants and supermarkets and retail stores from full capacity down to 50%. So tonight is really the last night that the city is mostly fully open for the time being. And who knows how long these new restrictions will be in place. Hopefully not for that long. So I thought I'd just do a walk down the city's main street on this Friday night, just to see how it looks tonight, and we'll see how things look after the restrictions are in place. And also there will be a earlier closing time mandated for bars and restaurants. I believe 11 p.m. They have to close down instead of the usual 2 a.m. for bars. So that'll definitely put a damper on the nightlife. So I think tonight some people are probably going out to try and enjoy this evening as much as they can. Albeit 11 p.m. is still late enough for many people to go out on the town, but let's face it, if you're planning to have a night on the town, you generally want to stay out past midnight for the most part, right? And there really won't be any reason to once these restrictions are in place, so I'm sure the city will suddenly become a bit duller and quieter, much like we've experienced in the past with previous lockdowns. So this isn't a full lockdown like we had earlier, but it's still a bit hard to take, I think, for many of the business owners and restaurant owners, knowing they can't have as many people patronizing them as they would like. It'll definitely have an impact on their bottom line, especially now as we're coming right into the brink of the Christmas holiday, which is just a week away or so. So right now it looks fairly normal for a Friday evening. In the winter, considering it's 1 degree Celsius, there's still a fair number of people out and about. So I'm thinking I'll go down as far south as Dundas Street. I'll check out the action at Dundas Square, if there is any. here's some interesting new artwork here at the base of this new condo tower. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I don't know, I kind of like it. Fat bastard burrito. They're alright, but I prefer burrito boys. Feels a bit colder than 1 degree. I would say more like -2 or -3. I have my camera holding hand double gloved. Alright, now we're coming up onto Wellesley Street. I'm kind of hoping that the new restrictions don't have much effect on the daytime activity in the city. I hope people still get out and enjoy the city as much as they can. Just have to deal with maybe some lineups here and there. When we were truly locked down during the first couple of waves, the city was eerily quiet, and it was a bit of a bummer to walk around in, having it seem so dead. Part of the enjoyment of doing these walking videos is seeing a bustling city full of activity and vibrancy, and I think that's what makes it more enjoyable for the viewer as well. A completely dead city might be interesting to watch just for the novelty's sake once or twice, but I don't think that's something that people would want to watch on an ongoing basis. So let's hope that everyone has adjusted to the point over the last almost 2 years now where they feel comfortable with going out and about and conducting their normal business for the most part, as much as they're allowed to. After all, the city of Toronto is almost 90% fully vaccinated, as in 2 shots, which is still considered fully vaccinated, and booster shots are being given by the hundreds of thousands per day, so in Ontario anyway. Don't leave you much room there, that pinch point. But at least these new sidewalks here are pretty wide. Much wider than they used to be before this block was redeveloped. Now it's just a matter of waiting to see what kinds of retail go into these spaces here. And this new building is really starting to come along now. It's getting fairly tall. That one seemed to take forever to start rising. It's making good progress now. I hear a siren, but I do not see it. I think it's coming from the side street here. And there's the Aura condominium with its crown all lit up very nicely. Well, there it is. See that my battery power on my camera is much lower than I was expecting it to be. I think the cold is draining it more quickly. So hopefully we make it down to Dundas. If not, I'll have to cut it short. Just approaching College Street now. Or Carlton, depending on which side of the street you're on. There's a look west down College. And east along Carlton. I always feel like a broken record when I repeat that every time I walk past that intersection. But I have to keep in mind that some people are probably watching my channel for the very first time, and this is the very first video they'll ever see. And they haven't heard that 100 times already. And up ahead you can see all the lights and billboards at Yonge and Dundas. Still a little ways off though. You can see that from quite a distance, considering how brightly lit that area is. If you ever look at an aerial view of Toronto taken at night, Yonge-Dundas looks like a insanely bright spot shining through amongst all the tall buildings. You could probably see it from space. There's a look into College Park. I'm trying to pick up my pace a bit here to try to beat the battery from dying before I make it. And coming up onto Gerrard Street. I think I'll cross to the other side so I don't have to walk through this long construction hoarding here. Plus, from this side, you can get a good look at the Zanzibar strip club with its crazy neon lighting. So we'll get a nice look at that just up ahead here. And I'll just talk over this music here. This corner always has music playing, so I'm always prepared for it every time I come by here in a video. I'm always prepared to talk over it, to drown it out as much as I can. And there's the Zanzibar. Oh, I can see my battery just entered the red. So I'll probably lose juice in a minute or so. So maybe I'll start to wrap up the video. And then I'll just keep walking until the battery does die. So hope you enjoyed this somewhat briefer than intentioned stroll down Yonge Street on the last night before new restrictions come into place. Tomorrow night at midnight or Sunday morning, whichever way you want to word it. So leave a comment below if you enjoyed, and like and share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And be sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my merch store. And you can also find me on Instagram under K Continuum. So I'm going to keep on talking over this music here as we continue south. I'll try to get around it. That's the warehouse there. They've always got a crowd of people waiting to get in there. And always lots of loud music playing. As well as this place here across the street. It's a very popular food market. You can get food from all sorts of different countries there, whatever your taste may be. And we're just about at Dundas. Will I make it? Seems fairly busy. So let's hope next Friday night and Saturday night it still seems as busy at this hour. Guess that remains to be seen.
Okay, there we go.
And I just might make it to Dundas. Just barely. I think I literally have seconds left.
Want to keep walking?
You know that.
And here we are. And the battery is literally going to die. So thanks again, everyone. I said it before and I'll say it again. I will continue.
Walk sign is on for all crossings. Walk sign is on for all crossings.